Welcome to this HFS Videocast. I'm Mark Reed Edwards, Chief Marketing Officer at HFS. Today, we talk with one of the analysts behind the HFS Top 10 on Employee Experience Services for 2022, which we just released. Joining me is our VP Content and Strategy in our CEO's office, Sarah Little. Sarah, it's good to have you here.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm really excited to talk about this. Because, I talk to a lot of people about our top 10s, and each one is a little bit different. The process is similar, but obviously the content is different. So I'm really interested to find out what's at the core of the Employee Experiences top 10.
So the Employee Experience Services top 10 report's really exciting because it's essentially how organizations can, optimize their teams and how they can engage their teams and how people can feel much more connected to the entire organization, to their community, et cetera, like through their work. So how does this happen though? Like what is Employee Experience Services? So we consider it 12 essential services and capabilities that enable people. And that ranges from dedicated employee experience, which is, identifying the gaps, like what are the gaps people are having? Where are those kind of critical points where people are struggling or challenged or facing difficulties? Other areas are just having advanced people data. Another area is talent acquisition, internal mobility. Of course, this is huge right now, same with workspace and environment. So it covers all of these areas and essentially how providers and advisors are supporting their clients through a matrix of these capabilities to support employee experience.
Really fascinating, given what we've been through over the last 2 years. So it'd be great to see these results. So can you tell me what you saw in the providers you studied, and also, what enterprises are looking for when they evaluate those providers?
Yes, absolutely. So it really ties into those 12 essential services and capabilities that I was touching on. So I'll just expand on that a little bit, as well as just make comments of what we were seeing. So, there's definitely a surging area, and that's workspace and environment. So what does the return to work look like? How can these organizations help their partners prepare for that? And then aside from those, the other top 4 are just dedicated employee experience offerings. So like, where are the gaps in experience? We know that there's challenges our teams are facing. There's clearly high attrition. How can we identify where the struggle is and how can we retain these people? Advanced learning and skilling, of course, employee development. That's a huge one because like anything, people want to grow and expand and have opportunities. And then there's HR modernization. So really creating that organization of the future and creating that people organization to just not just support their teams and move away from just a functional area to really an enablement area. So giving them the systems and platforms and organization in place that they need.
That's interesting. So this is where the rubber meets the road on top 10s. Can you give me an overview of the top providers and who they were and where they excel?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, and I have to say this, this isn't everyone gets a trophy moment, but sincerely, every organization in this study are so passionate about what they do. They have incredible skills and services and delivery and teams who truly believe in giving the best to their clients. I have to say that first. It honestly is a phenomenal opportunity just to work alongside these teams and to learn about what they're doing and how they're trying to grow and push the needle. So let's talk about the top 5. So Accenture, renowned for their talent organization. They really have that very expansive approach to business performance, and it's driven by research. They have a very deep research capability, and employee experience is truly woven throughout. So that's just kind of a very high level bird's eye view on Accenture. And the next two are really interesting because it's actually EY, Ernst & Young, and IBM, and they just a month ago announced their talent alliance. So this is actually really a pretty major ecosystem play. So EY is really known for they're kind of pure play employee experience methodologies, and they really focus on linking that experience data to that operational data. Because I'd say of any of the providers, they're the ones who really push the needle on how to show the value. That's kind of this next phase in employee experience, is connecting that value delivery with employee experience services to the top and bottom lines. So there's EY, and then IBM, of course, is like, just renowned for their kind of full scale capabilities. So we felt that their ecosystem, their tech agnostic approach, and very fully embedded EX capabilities are a true strength. And that alliance, again, is honestly going to be quite powerful. So those are the top three. And then we have Deloitte, who's quite renowned in the HR space. They were number 1 in the Workday HFS top 10, and they placed number 4 here. And similar to Accenture, they have extensive thought leadership, linking employee experience to outcomes, global transformation practice, and certainly the client accolades to support that as well. The 5th is RightPoint, which is a Genpact company. They were acquired in 2020, who has a phenomenal alignment of employee experience to customer experience. They have one of the most strongly aligned propositions that we found amongst the group. So a lot of strength there. They also placed number 1 for voice of customer, which of course is a highly competitive area of the field. So I'm happy to give them the nod there.
Well, that's great. What a great overview of this area, and the rigor and the late nights and early mornings that you put into this paid off in a wonderful report, Sarah. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And I certainly, of course, have to give a nod to my co-author, our CEO and Chief Analyst, Bill First, who has covered this area in HR for over a decade. So it's been thrilling to work alongside him and work with these organizations on this report. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. You can read this top 10 at hfsresearch.com, along with all of our research and a growing library of videocasts just like this one that you can take with you wherever you go. We'll see you on the next HFS Videocast.